Hey guys, my name is Natalie. I just got back from a 2-month backpacking trip through Europe and it was absolutely amazing. So if you are planning your own first solo backpacking trip throughout Europe or just to another continent and you want to see all these different countries and you want to pack very, very light, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I could not live without when I went on my backpacking journey, starting with the most important thing, which is the backpack. This was the backpack that I ended up using. This was a godsend, okay? There are a lot of backpacks out there that you could drop like $200, $300. They go by liters, like that's the size. I was going to do that, but I'm like, I saw this baby on Amazon and it was less than like $50, I think. This was definitely the move. There's multiple different compartments. There's a spot for your laptop here. All of the main compartments are in the front here. There's a lot of smaller pockets in the front. One tip I'll give you is you don't want to put all of your valuables in the tiny pockets in the front of your backpack because those could get stolen at some point or like pickpocketed. So I always kept these things like full of things that I wouldn't mind getting lost essentially. And it was also super comfy because there's a cushion in the back and it's like very cushiony. This honestly was the best. And it comes in different colors too. I just picked the light purple because I liked it. That is the number one thing you definitely need if you're going on a solo backpacking journey. I don't care where you're going, you need a small backpack, and that was the move. Also clips on the side, which is helpful to like squeeze it together if you're trying to go on like a budget airline and it has to fit, your backpack has to fit underneath the seat. You can easily just clip those little things and it will like compress your backpack a little bit. Godsend. Another essential that you'll definitely need is a fanny pack. So this was the one that I used and I honestly regret getting white because this thing used to be like bright white when I first got it and now it's like a dusty tan, which is kind of funny. It held my tripod for my camera, which was like the most important thing for me. It has a lot of pockets inside and on the outside. So I actually kept my passport within the inside zipper of the fanny pack at all times. And I never left anywhere without my fanny pack. That just gave me like a peace of mind knowing my passport was always with me, and it was very hard to get pickpocketed because you have to go through like 2 zippers and my arm to get passport. I just like the fanny pack because you can keep it right in front of you and make it really tight so no one can really steal anything from you unless you're like really being stupid. Then another thing, this goes with the backpack, packing cubes. I just bought a ton of these with different sizes and I had 3 that I put inside of my backpack when I was traveling. These are amazing because you can shove like a ton of clothes and like random stuff into those cubes and then you can fit so much more within your backpack. That's one pro of the packing cubes. The second is when you go through the airports in Europe, they typically make you take like everything out. You have to get your toiletries out, you have to get any electronics, just like they go above and beyond in European countries compared to America. If you have to take things out of your backpack, it's a lot easier and cleaner and efficient to have everything in packing cubes because you can easily take those out, put them back in, and you're off. The next thing is a portable charger. So this was another godsend for me. There were so many times where my phone was about to die. You basically use your phone for everything, like Google Maps, contacting Airbnb hosts, Google Translate, your money. Like I never took my credit card out one time. Like I used Apple Pay for everything unless the place I was at only accepted euros, so like cash. What I did was get a portable charger, and I'll throw up like a picture here of the one I used. This was amazing because I could plug the little portable charger into my phone and there was no wires, no cords, no nothing. It just was like a little extension to my phone. I really like that because it didn't look really weird. I just don't want to have like those bulky cords hanging out in my jacket or hanging out in my backpack because then that's like a clear indication of, oh, that person has a phone, I'm gonna steal their phone by like pulling on their cord or something like that. I just never wanted to be a target for being robbed. Something else is a clear toiletry bag. If you go through like security through Eurostar, like the trains, or just the airports in Europe, they always make you take this out. Because I know in like American airports, they don't really do that as much. So having a clear bag is going to be super, super important and you'll get through security much, much faster. Then in terms of clothes, what I would recommend you doing is bringing a lot of solid colored clothing. This way it's easy to like mix and match what you want to wear. You can always change your outfits. I always brought like a pop of color. Like I had a red shirt that I really liked. I brought a couple of dresses too, it made it super easy on the days I didn't really want to like put an outfit together. But if you have solid colored clothing, it's a lot easier to just grab one shirt, grab pants, and then make an outfit, like call it a day. If you bring like a patterned top or something, it's going to be hard to make more outfits with that versus just like a white shirt. Another thing is super, super important is a tote, okay? This was so important for me because what I ended up doing was taking my fanny pack, which always had my passport in it, and I'd put the fanny pack inside of my tote. So like if someone tried to pickpocket me, they'd have to go inside of my tote, inside of my fanny packs, 2 zippers, and then get my passport. I knew it was going to be like very complicated and challenging to like steal anything from me. You kind of like blend in when you're wearing a tote because a lot of people have totes in Europe. And it was also nice because whenever you go to the grocery store, you can just throw in the food that you have straight into your tote. Or if you have a water bottle, you can put it right in your tote as well and then have your hands free. Totes were definitely a game changer for me. And they also sell a lot of them like in the touristy areas of Europe. Depending on which country you're going to, you could probably just buy one in Europe. Another thing that you should bring is a notebook. Okay, so I brought a notebook, pen and paper with me, and it was nice because I didn't journal every day because I like recorded a vlog every day, so I was documenting the whole thing, but there were days where it was nice just to like do a mind dump and just like write everything out that I wanted to, just like how I'm feeling, what was going on in the day. And it's cool to like look back on later to be like, oh my god, like I remember that moment in time, and it's just kind of like a fun reflection. So you won't regret it if you buy a notebook and just kind of keep track of things. The next thing is an adapter. So when you go to Europe and you want to plug in your phone or your laptop charger, just anything, you need an adapter that works with the European plugs. I'll drop the link for the one that I used, which was amazing. It worked for every single country that I went to in Europe besides London. I think there's another one, I'll drop the link up here, that will work for London and every other European country. They're kind of bulky, which is annoying, but you know, you do what you got to do, and it works perfectly. So every hotel I went to, every Airbnb, I just plugged it right in and I was good to go. Definitely need that if you want to charge anything, which you probably will. Finally, the last thing you should definitely bring is all your electronics. So your laptop, your camera, your phone. When I went to Europe, I tried to not bring a lot. Like I could have brought my nicer camera, I could have brought my tablet, which I did. I did bring my tablet. If you can bring a very small amount of electronics because those are heavy, do you really need it? For every single thing I put into my backpack, I'm like, do I really need this? Like, can I live without this for 2 months? Will I be okay? And if the answer was yes, then I would just like not bring it with. That process of kind of questioning yourself, like, do you need everything, is going to be so helpful when you get to Europe, because when you're traveling around, you're going to be like, my backpack's so heavy, I wish I didn't bring this or that. And then what you're going to end up doing is throwing stuff away like I did, or you can ship it back to yourself, but it's just a hassle and you don't need to go through that if you're just strategic in the beginning. These were all the things that I brought with me that 100% I think you should bring with you as well if you're going on a solo backpacking trip to Europe or any other continent, country, wherever your trip is. I will leave links to all of the items in this video in the description box down below. Everything's on Amazon. It makes it super easy. That is it. Let me know if you want more videos about how to prepare for your solo backpacking trip through Europe, and I will be happy to make those. So that's it for today's video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.